You're not allowed to shut down when you're working towards a goal. Now look, at the end of the day, there's a lot that comes in when it comes to you taking on something new. Like if you're gonna take on this new aspiration, like I don't know what it is, but let's say that you desire to have something more, which I know you do. Like let's be honest, you really genuinely have something you wanna get done. So you have this life you live right now, full of responsibilities, stuff that's gotta get done. Maybe you got a wife and kids. Maybe you got a job that's gotta get done. Maybe you have a business you're trying to run. And then you have this bigger goal. And that bigger goal takes more of you than you're given right now, or else you'd already have this thing. What ends up happening is you start adding these things to your current responsibility. New ideas, new tasks, new education. And then you start getting to the point of overwhelm. Like it's just too much. Like it's, how do I deal with this and this? And you start asking like balance. You start Googling like, how do I find balance? The truth is, I don't think balance exists. Like I think it's a matter of like, you can go at one pace and there's things on your plate that you can handle. If you can't handle them and they slow down your pace, you should be at a different pace. But here's the truth of how I look at stuff. I think at the end of the day, overwhelmed, if you are sitting at a point in your life saying, I am being overwhelmed, I'm not able to handle this, you don't deserve that dream you have. Like I literally will say, you do not deserve that dream, because what you're telling me is that you are not willing to earn that thing that you want so bad. And if that's the case, why do you deserve it? Why should every person who's able to go through the overwhelm have that? Like you have to step back for a second and realize what you call overwhelm, what you call too much, one, you asked for it, and two, that is the dues you have to pay to get there. And it shows up in a lot of places. I'm too tired. It's been a long day. I don't have support from my spouse or my friends. Nobody gets me. These are your levels of overwhelm, where it's just, I got a long day at work I just got done. I can't get up and do this. And realistically, I have a lot of people, like I have clients that will sit with me and I'll explain what we have to do. And they say, man, it's a lot. I don't know if I can get all that done. Like I feel a little bit overwhelmed. And in that moment, you think like, you want to pull back a little bit. And there's moments when you want to like kind of give them peace. Like you expect a coach sometimes to be like, it's okay. And for me, I turn on harder. And here's the challenge I want you to challenge yourself with. In that moment, when that person has told me it's a lot, I literally in my head kick to, you are not allowed to have this moment of overwhelm if this is what you want. If you said you want to be able to make $50,000 a month, a person that makes that much money compared to where you're at right now, they don't get overwhelmed with this thing. If that's who you are, you're gonna stay where you are. So if you were okay with the place you're at and you're comfortable there, then you better not step back and say, I want this thing, if you're not capable of stepping into a mindset that says, I now have to pull more from me than I've ever pulled before to have that thing. Because the problem doesn't run into whether or not you can do it. It's not that. I guarantee you, anything you want, you can get done. The problem's gonna run in for everybody, including you, of in that moment, when life calls for more of you, do you give more? Or do you find excuse? Do you shut down? Do you walk away? So I'm gonna give you some simple steps of what you can do in that moment. The moment you're sitting there saying, I gotta get this next thing done, my gut doesn't want to. I wanna put Netflix on. Like you wanna go and take a meal with your friends and hang out. You wanna shut your brain down. When you get to that moment, realize that you are now sitting at the precipice, this simple moment of, are you going to be like every person at that bar drinking? Every person watching Netflix? Every person doing this thing that seems easy, checking out? Or are you gonna be like every person you see doing what you wanna do? Like really wanna do, when you close your eyes and daydream, because that's the separation. The first step is realizing that moment, you gotta do the thing you don't wanna do most. Second thing is, stop looking for outside appreciation. People are not gonna support you until you've arrived. It sounds odd, and it sucks sometimes realistically, but a lot of people won't get you. They won't get your dream, they won't even understand your idea. Stop trying to sell them on it to then sell yourself to move forward in it. Go the route of just selling out and let everybody else hear the cheers from the rest of the crowd saying you did a great job, and then those people you want on board so bad that come along. Third, stop looking for a carved path. You can go and find some information from some people. You can find ways to get there quicker. Yes, do seek that out, but start creating your own path. Start finding your own unique way. Because if you start following someone else's track, you'll find that you're gonna get to a point where you don't know where they went, because they're not you. When you find your own path, your own space, your own niche you can groove into, it's at that point in time you create a different sense for your life, a different direction, and you end up in a spot you've never been before, which is truly the top of your mountain. I'm up here high, this crazy high point of my entire city, and I started thinking about that's the reality I want for you. I want you to be able to find out what it takes for you to get to the top of your mountain in life, so you can see the view of everything around you, just like I see the view of everything around me now. And I promise, if you look around, there's not many people here. I'm fine being a lone person on top of the mountain. Are you? Thank you for watching. My name is Anthony Trucks, former NFL athlete, American Ninja Warrior, speaker, author, and founder of Identity Shift, where we help you make your next shift your best shift. And if you enjoyed this video, then I invite you to click the link below.